All right, everybody. I'm Logan Alec. I'm a CPA, and today I'm talking about these state vaccination giveaways. I'm sure you've heard about them. I'm going to go over 15 of the ones I've heard about, 15 states or so in this video. I'm sure there's some others out there because new states seem to be announcing this almost every day. I also want to know your thoughts on these vaccination giveaways. Are they helpful? Are they a little cheesy? Are they both? Let me know in the comments. All right. Let's get right into it. First, let's talk about my home state, California, which has set aside over $100 million for their giveaway. That money is going toward two different programs. First off, this was announced on May 27th, and what California said is the next 2 million people to get vaccinated will receive a card for $50, which will either come as a virtual card or as a gift card to Kroger or Albertsons. Those are grocery stores here in California. They will automatically text or email you a code where you can choose your prize. So you don't need to do anything special to qualify. And it seems that as long as you live in California and you're at least 12 years old, you should be eligible for that money. So $50 times 2 million people equals $100 million. That's most of the cash they put into this program. But all state residents with at least one dose will also be entered into drawings for $50,000. 15 people will win on June 4th. That's today. Another 15 will win on June 11th. That's another $1.5 million in vaccine incentives. And finally, there will be one last drawing on June 15th. That will include 10 prizes of $1.5 million each. So another $15 million or $116.5 million total. You don't need to do anything special to be entered into these drawings. Everyone who at least had their first shot will be eligible. So if you're watching this before June 15th, then you still have a chance to win one of those prizes. Of course, if you haven't already been vaccinated and you do want to get vaccinated, I would recommend making those plans soon, obviously, to get some money and also to be entered into this drawing. Another state that's providing lottery entries for vaccinations is Colorado. Their program is called Colorado Comeback Cash. They're offering a cash prize for adults as well as college scholarships for people aged 12 to 17 who get vaccinated before they stop taking new entries on June 30th. The first drawing will be today, June 4th. They'll be giving away one $1 million prize as well as 5 scholarships for $50,000 each. And there will be 4 more drawings for a total of $5 million in cash and $1.25 million broken up between 25 scholarships. You don't need to do anything special to enter the contest other than simply getting vaccinated. Technically, you need to have received your vaccination by midnight on the night before or the morning of the drawing. So I can't guarantee that you'll be eligible the next morning, if you get your dose late at night or something like that. But the best thing to do if you want to make sure you're entered is just to get vaccinated as soon as possible and keep an eye out for those drawings today, June 11th, June 18th, June 25th, and July 7th. The third state that was offering a vaccine incentive is Connecticut. Unfortunately, this program shut down at the end of May, but people who had received at least one dose could take their vaccination card to a participating restaurant for one free drink as long as they purchased food. This was called Connecticut Drinks on Us. Restaurants from around the state were allowed to sign up and start giving out drinks, but again, it was only available through May 31st. Delaware's vaccine lottery will be running twice a week from May 31st until the end of June, one drawing on Mondays and another on Fridays with prizes including $5,000 in cash, 4-day vacation packages, scholarships to public colleges in Delaware for minors who have been vaccinated, and passes to things like state parks, concerts, and baseball games. On top of that, people who get vaccinated during that time period should also receive a $10 gift card. Unfortunately, the gift card may not be retroactive, so if you've already been vaccinated but you didn't receive one, then you may be out of luck. And similarly, the weekly drawings are only available to those vaccinated between May 25th and June 29th. So if you were vaccinated before that time, then you won't be entered in for those prizes. So this brings up an interesting point, right? What do you think? What do you think about this? States, are telling people they should be vaccinated, but with a lot of these drawings and these giveaways, they're pretty much rewarding people who are late to get a vaccine, right? So what do you think about that? Is that fair to those who got vaccinated earlier, or does this all kind of just make sense in the context of getting as many people vaccinated as possible? Let me know what you think in the comments below. But getting back to Delaware, on the other hand, everyone in the state who has been vaccinated by June 29th will be eligible for the final drawing on June 30th, no matter when you got vaccinated. This includes all vaccination dates, and they'll be drawing one grand prize of $302,000 plus 2 low-number license plates, which are apparently like collector's items or something. You do need to be a Delaware resident to be eligible for any of these, but there's no registration process or anything like that other than getting the shot. Obviously, you get the shot, you're added to these rolls. The next state that had a vaccine incentive was Kentucky. They're one of several states that connected vaccinations to a lottery, but unlike the California program, this one actually went through an existing state lottery. Again, this one unfortunately has ended. It ended a few days ago, earlier this week on June 1st, but up until then, people who were vaccinated at Walmart or Kroger received one of 225,000 coupons for a free lottery ticket, specifically an entry in the Kentucky Cash Ball, which would usually cost $1. Now, the Kentucky governor, he actually said recently that they could be announcing another incentive program soon. He mentioned that they would be willing to pull ideas from some of the other states that have run these incentive campaigns. So at this point, I don't have anything new to report on Kentucky. We haven't heard any specific details on any new campaigns, but if you live in Kentucky, this is something to keep an eye on because there may be an official announcement in the coming days or weeks. Maine is another state with an expired vaccination giveaway program. Again, theirs cut off at the end of May. Up until then, anyone who had received at least one dose could choose from a set of 7 rewards. You just had to fill out a form online and select what you wanted. The options were a free fishing license, hunting license, wildlife park pass, state park day pass, LL Bean gift card, AA baseball ticket, or Oxford Plains Speedway pass. Hopefully some of you had the opportunity to take advantage of those rewards and get something for your vaccination. Again, if not, there's always a chance that there will be more programs later on. The next state is Maryland. Fortunately, their giveaway is still running. It started on May 25th and will be going all the way through the 4th of July. During that time, there will be a new drawing every day for $40,000. That's a total of 40 days. From there, the 4th of July itself will be the 41st day, and there will be one final drawing for the grand prize of $400,000, which makes the total price tag $2 million. Now, if you live in Maryland, you don't need to do anything specific to enroll in this program. Once you get the shot, or your first shot, you'll automatically receive an entry for every day that's left in the giveaway. With that in mind, you're actually losing an entry each day you put it off. So if you're interested in this, I would recommend just going in as soon as possible to maximize your chances of winning some of that cash. Minnesota is offering a variety of incentives to state residents who get vaccinated. You do need to request a reward, but the program is open to the first 100,000 people who get their first shot and sign up on the website. Link is in the description below, of course, by the end of the month. Okay, so there are a total of 9 prize choices, including $25 prepaid Visa cards, tickets to the zoo, State Fair, Northwoods League Baseball, Great Lakes Aquarium, the Valley Fair Amusement Park, and Mall of America, Nickelodeon Universe, along with fishing licenses and state park vehicle permits for any outdoorsmen and outdoorswomen out there. Anyone age 12 or older can sign up. Of course, you'll need parent permission if you're a minor, but the application only takes 5 or 10 minutes. They just want to know your name, contact information, when and where you got vaccinated, etc. As you should be able to get one of those prizes as long as you're one of the first 100,000 people to apply, and you only need to get your first dose. You don't need to be fully vaccinated to request a prize. I can't tell you when they'll run out of those 100,000 rewards. Depends on demand, of course. So again, if you're interested in this, I would just recommend getting it as soon as possible so you don't miss out and filling out that form when you get back. New Jersey started a program called Shot and a Beer on May 7th. That is another one that only ran through the end of May, but something like 50 breweries around the state were offering a free beer to anyone who brought in proof of their vaccination. Unlike the Connecticut program, there was no requirement to purchase food or anything like that. You could just bring in your vaccination card for one free beer. The governor of New Mexico announced her state's vaccine lottery on June 1st through a tweet, which you can see here. There's a total of $10 million in prizes. That includes 20 different prizes of $250,000 each. 4 of those at a time will be drawn weekly starting on June 18th, as well as a single grand prize worth $5 million, which will be awarded around the beginning of August. This is one of the programs where you actually have to sign up in order to be eligible. You won't be added automatically. There will be a link to the registration page in the description below, so don't miss that. If you're planning to get vaccinated or you've already received your first dose, you only need your first dose to be eligible for those smaller prizes in the weekly drawings. You should be able to enter as soon as you get that first shot, but the final August drawing will be limited to those who are already fully vaccinated. Technically, you aren't fully vaccinated until 2 weeks after your second dose, assuming you had the Moderna or the Pfizer vaccination. Now, the website doesn't say anything more specific, but based on that, you might need to get that second shot at least 2 weeks in advance of the drawing if you don't want to miss out. In that case, you would actually need to get your first shot pretty soon, since there's a minimum 3-week or so waiting period between the first and the second shots. So if you get your first shot around the beginning of July, then you probably won't be fully vaccinated in early August when they run the drawing for $5 million. On the other hand, they may just be using fully vaccinated to mean that you've had both shots. Okay, I'm not sure exactly how they're defining that. I couldn't really find that on the website. Maybe they'll update and clarify that in the future, because right now they don't really clarify either way how they define fully vaccinated. New York is actually offering a couple different vaccine incentives to get people motivated. Some of you may have seen that they were giving out tickets to Mets and Yankees games to people who got vaccinated at the stadium itself, and they were using the Johnson & Johnson vaccine at those locations, so you would only have to go once, right? And then they would consider you fully vaccinated. Along with that, the state is also running a program called Vax and Scratch, which provides free mega multiplier lottery tickets for people who get vaccinated at specific sites. Usually those tickets would cost $20 each, so that's a pretty good deal, even if most people aren't going to win anything. Now, you don't need to sign up or anything. I believe they will give you that ticket when you get the shot, but again, there's a list of 10 sites that support this program. You can see the full list by clicking on the link in the description below. So if you happen to live far away from those locations, then it may not be worth going all the way out of your way just to get that ticket. The mega multiplier prizes actually range all the way up to $5 million, so there's an opportunity to receive life-changing money just by getting the vaccination. If you live in New York City specifically, you can even take advantage of some additional perks, including your choice of a $25 gift card to NYC Public Markets, a membership at various places such as the Bronx Zoo, New York Aquarium, or Lincoln Center, or ticket to things like Top of the Rock, Liberty Island visits, or even a 10-trip ferry pass. More specific instructions should be emailed to you once you get vaccinated in the city after May 25th. Overall, New York, particularly New York City, has one of the best vaccine incentive programs, and I would definitely recommend getting that shot soon if you're interested in this in order to take advantage of these benefits. Next up is Ohio. Ohio is one of the most famous vaccine incentives in the entire country, with weekly drawings for a total of 5 $1 million prizes plus 5 full ride scholarships to a state school in Ohio, which is the prize for people aged 12 to 18. The first winners were announced on May 26th, the second on June 2nd, and there will be a new pair of winners each subsequent Wednesday until the program ends on June 23rd. Now, one catch with this program, compared to some of the other ones I've talked about in this video, is that there's no automatic eligibility. Okay, after you get vaccinated, you'll still need to register on the giveaway website. There's a link to that page in the description below, so don't forget to do that as soon as possible once you get your shot, in order to make sure that you will be eligible for the remaining 3 drawings. Oregon's lottery is a little different. It isn't a weekly thing. It isn't a ticket to some other lottery that already existed. It's a special vaccine lottery funded by coronavirus relief money that the state received from the federal government through stimulus. You will automatically be entered as long as you've been vaccinated by June 27th. The drawing itself will be held on June 28th with one grand prize of $1 million plus a total of 36 to $10,000 prizes. Now, those $10,000 prizes are actually going out to a single winner in each county. So if you live in one of the less populated counties in Oregon, you could actually have decent odds at $10,000. For example, Wheeler County only has 1,440 people, and I imagine fewer than 1,000 of those will be vaccinated adults. So that's, a pretty valuable lottery ticket there. On the other hand, Multnomah County, which includes Portland and some of the immediate suburbs, still just one $10,000 prize with over 800,000 people living there, so odds aren't so great. There will be a separate drawing with 5 $100,000 Oregon College Savings Plan contributions for vaccinated children ages 12 to 17. Washington State announced their vaccine incentives on June 3rd. The giveaway is called A Shot of a Lifetime. Again, there will be a link in the description for anyone who wants to read more about that program. But basically, the state government is planning to run one drawing per week for 4 weeks. The grand prize will be $250,000 for a total of $1 million. They're also giving money to universities and community colleges so they can run their own drawings for scholarships. Along with the cash prizes, There will be drawings for various tickets to games for the Seahawks, Mariners, Sounders, and other sports teams, plus concerts, flights, etc. And Microsoft, Nintendo, Amazon, and Google are also planning to give out Xboxes, Switches, and other hardware. Finally, there will be $1 million in gift cards given out at the local level. So again, there are a lot of opportunities to win here if you've already been vaccinated. As long as you're a Washington State resident, you will automatically be entered into all of these drawings. The first one will be held the week of June 7th. That's next week. So make sure to get that taken care of as soon as you all have the opportunity. And finally, West Virginia. West Virginia was actually one of the first states to come up with an incentive program for vaccination. They started offering a $100 savings bond or gift card to anyone aged 16 to 35 who gets their vaccination. Now, you do have to register for this program. It's not like some of them where the money goes out or the entries go out automatically based on vaccination records. So if you live in West Virginia, make sure to check the registration link in the description below. Only takes a few minutes to sign up there. Again, any state resident is eligible as long as they're between the ages of 16 and 35 and they've already been fully vaccinated. One thing here is that the limit isn't technically age 35. The website says that they're giving eligibility to everyone born after November 1st, 1984. Well, if you were born on November 2nd, 1984, then you would have turned 36 in 2020. Okay, so, you got to read the fine print. On top of that program, which again was one of the first ones we heard about at the state level, Governor Jim Justice also announced a second program on June 1st. This one is more like the lotteries we've seen in other states. Again, you need to be fully vaccinated to qualify. There's another change. That's another change from some of the other states that lets you enter after the first dose. But there will be drawings all the way through August 4th. So you still have time to get that shot and qualify for most, if not all, of the drawings there in West Virginia. They're planning to give away one grand prize of $1.588 million, a second prize of $588,000, and then a bunch of smaller prizes, including hunting and fishing licenses, scholarships to West Virginia schools, and even custom hunting rifles and shotguns, which are one of the more unique prizes I've seen when looking through these various vaccination incentive programs. All right, everyone, that's all I have for you today. I was able to track down a total of 15 states that are offering or have offered vaccination incentives, but more states are announcing similar programs every day, it seems. There may be even more by the time you see this video. Now, on top of these state programs, there's also a lot happening at the local level. So even if I didn't mention your state in this video, you should still check for information from your city or county government in case you're offering any prizes, giveaways, lotteries, whatever. And of course, if I miss anything that's going on in your state in terms of vaccination incentives, or if some program is announced after this video is published, please take a second to leave a comment down there and let other viewers know so they don't miss out. Again, this is obviously a developing situation, so there could be new programs out this time next week. As always, I want to thank everyone for watching to the end and supporting the channel. I really do appreciate it. I look forward to reading your comments, and I'll see you next time. Happy Friday. Bye-bye.